glasses, I'm getting old. Sorry, guys. Good morning. It's an honor to stand before all of you here today and give you the State of the City address. My theme for this year's address is simple. It's just look around. Why that phrase? Because sometimes it's easy to read a newspaper article or comments on social media and have a perception of the work we're doing. I'm here today to show you that the work that we've done and are doing as a team is all around us. Every road we've paved, every investment we've made in our community, every policy we've passed to support growth, it all tells a story. I became a full-time mayor because while I'm here, we are not going to sit back and wait for change. We're going to build it together. So today I invite you to just look around because the future we've been working toward is already happening. We have a few council members here today with us. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being out in the community and a great partner to me as we work together to achieve the goals of the city. Whether you are attending an event, participating on a board, or clarifying a question for our community on social media, Councilmember Stuckey, I want to say thank you and I appreciate you representing the city as that's what we're all here to do. That's important. Sorry. Oh, okay. In 2026, we are planning a council retreat. I'm looking forward to checking in on council members' goals, talking about priorities, and discussing key projects. This retreat is also a chance to build team cohesion, address challenges, and set the direction for the year. Speaking of next year, don't forget to cast your votes on November 4th. There are 4 council seats on the ballot. All right, I would quickly like to introduce this fabulous team that I have the honor of working with every day. I say this time and time again to many people at many times when I'm giving public addresses. This has been the greatest honor of my life to serve in this position, not because of, the prestige of the office, but because of the people that I get to work with on a daily basis and the people that I get to represent, that being all of you in this room today. It's truly an honor, and it's overwhelming at times how I feel the love from this community, and I see us come together as a community and what we're achieving in this community. So thank you very much. I would like to introduce you to my executive team. Every day I feel proud to lead and work with a team of dedicated professionals who are not only committed and are the best at what they do, but they have every intention of making Oak Harbor a wonderful place. That is one of the things that we talk about every Monday morning in a team meeting, is how can we make a difference this week in the community that we live in. First, let's meet our city administrator, Sabrina Combs. She brings a wealth of experience in local government and politics and oversees the day-to-day operations of our city. Her big picture perspective has opened opportunities for us with legislators and in Washington, D.C. She already has 1 master's degree and is currently pursuing a 2nd master's degree in public administration. I can't tell you how lucky we are as a city to have her as our city administrator. David Goldman, Deputy City Administrator and Finance Director. He is a genius. He's an expert in municipal finance, ensuring that we manage our resources wisely and sustainably. His department has had some great wins this past year, and I'll mention those as we talk about that specific department a little bit further into the presentation. The wonderful Ms. Julie Nestor, who is our city clerk, has extensive experience in local government administration and is an invaluable resource for contract transparency and management. And she is basically the team mom to all of us every day. Maggie Aguilar, we are all familiar with Maggie and how great she is and the things that she can do. She's our communications officer, but she's so much more to me personally. She's a skilled professional in the community, engagement, marketing, and public relations. She's developed some new programs and content initiatives this year, and those we'll talk about as I get into that section as well. Mikhail Finkel is our Executive Services Coordinator. She makes everything happen, and you don't ever want to make her mad. She brings years of experience supporting critical city initiatives and has been managing special events. Most of you have worked with Mikhail if you applied for an event permit. Mikhail ensures everything runs smoothly. Each member of this executive team is an expert in their role, and collectively they bring many years of experience in city government to the table. Again, I couldn't be prouder of the team, and together we will continue to build on our partnerships, relationships, and community engagement. So could you all please stand and everyone just give them a round of applause. things that we've accomplished in the last year and all the things that we're planning to continue to work towards and accomplish. And I know that I get to stand before all of you as the mayor, and people think it's me, but it's these people that are doing the work every single day, as well as every one of our department directors that I'm going to introduce next, and all the people working on the front lines of our city. We have people working tirelessly every day for our city to make sure that this city is the best place to live. And now meet our department directors who are here today. I don't have a picture for one because we're hiring someone. So these leaders are crucial to our city's success. They oversee essential city services. And let's start with Fire Chief Anderson, who you've already met. Thank you, Chief, to you and your team for hosting us today. Chief has been instrumental in ensuring that our fire department is equipped to respond quickly and efficiently to emergencies. He's been working with city staff in Island County on emergency management training and overseeing the completion of Station 82, which we're excited to have open next year. You will hear more about his department at a chamber luncheon this year, as he will give an update on the state of the station. Police Chief Slowick is here with us today. With years of experience in law enforcement and public safety, Chief Slowick leads our police department with a focus on community engagement, crime prevention, and maintaining the safety and well-being of Oak Harbor residents and tourists. Under his leadership, our department continues to adapt to new challenges and strengthen our relationships in the community. Our Human Resources Director, Emma House, leads our Human Resources Department with a focus on building strong, diverse, and effective teams. Her staff works to ensure that we have the right talent in place while creating a supportive, healthy, and inclusive culture. Oh, sorry. I'm not very good at doing all these things at once. Yeah. Public Works Director Steve Schuler is here. And the entire Public Works team manage our critical infrastructure from roads and utilities to stormwater and solid waste management. With years of experience in Public Works, we are happy to have Steve lead redevelopment plans and oversee all things from solid waste to stormwater and more. Brian, are you here? Our Parks and Recreation Director, Brian Smith, many of you probably know him because he's out in the community all the time. He's passionate about creating vibrant, accessible public spaces and activity programs for our residents. This year, Brian and his team launched Camp Windjammer and created the first annual Harvest at the Harbor Festival at the Marina last weekend. We are currently hiring for a Community Development Director position, which will be posted soon. Check out the post and maybe you will be part of our team. Each of these leaders brings not only a deep knowledge of their fields, but also a commitment to collaboration with the community and staff. In October, we will be hosting a director's retreat. I am looking forward to hearing their plans for their teams and how I can support them in being successful. We're excited about 2026. Could you all please stand and also accept your round of applause from this great crowd today? All right, so keeping with the theme, just look around and then my vision. This past year, we hosted several open houses to discuss hot topics like the marina or the redevelopment of our downtown district. And one thing I've heard from residents is they appreciate and welcome growth, but many longtime residents and new residents choose to live here because of the small town vibe. My vision for Oak Harbor incorporates community, involves our partners, and welcomes everyone to Oak Harbor. Community growth doesn't mean losing who we are. We're holding on to our small town charm, but also meeting the needs of a growing community. I would like to see Oak Harbor be a place where diversity is more than a word. We welcome everyone with kindness and we listen to each other. Priorities. Now let's talk about 2025 legislative and council priorities. As we continue to navigate through both challenges and opportunities in our community, it is important that we understand the distinction between these two sets of priorities that drive what we do every single day. Let's start with legislative priorities. These tend to be on a much larger scale, usually driven by state or national level policies adopted by City Council. For example, this year we completed the real estate excise tax, which was passed into law by Governor Ferguson and written by our Deputy City Administrator, David Goldman. It was fantastic to join the Governor and Representative Dave Paul in Olympia for the bill signing of this. Earlier this year, we were in Washington, D.C., and while at the Pentagon, one of the items we discussed was increasing daycares, and I can proudly say that 3 more daycares have been added into the community since then, including one that offers bilingual education. Other priorities include indigent defense and the comp plan. As the need grows for indigent defense costs, we will continue to advocate for changes, and in regard to the comp plan, we are working closely with Island County, our consultants, and the state to create plans that address the state's growth requirements in our community. Council priorities are much more localized. City Council focuses on such issues that are closer to home, like addressing immediate community needs or specific local projects. As you'll see on the next slide, here were the priorities at the beginning of the year. There's a lot of red check marks up there as we've completed things, and then you'll see a lot of red in progress things. As you can see, the administration is about getting things done and checking items off the priority list. I think it's important for our community to see where my focus is in terms of priorities as well. That is why there is a small business card that looks like this on screen in front of you. I will be passing these out in our community with our student population too. As we ask the community to just look around, I want this card to be a reminder of my priorities and what my team and I are trying to accomplish every single day. You also have a city flyer on your table. We included the priority squares so you can see up close what we've been able to accomplish so far. This slide is an overview of the city's biennial budget. Creating the budget requires teamwork, and I greatly appreciate the contributions from our city administrator, deputy city administrator, and finance director, as well as all of our finance staff, and many other staff members that participate in the process. It's a very, very grueling process. We are implementing Oak Harbor's first program performance budget, where we attempt to break down every service and operation that the city delivers and performs it into smaller, easier to understand components. It ties dedicated revenues to city services, and it applies meaningful performance measurements to each program to provide a better understanding of program outcomes and trends. The largest portion of our general fund expenditures comprised of police and fire services, parks and recreation, and cultural services comes in next, with the remaining departments rounding out the chart. So it's really important here to take a minute to really reflect on where we're going, what we're doing, and why we're doing it. This new budgeting technique is going to allow us to become even more efficient and make sure that our tax dollars are going even further and doing more for us in the long run. So it's very exciting. As you know, change is never an easy thing. It's met with a lot of resistance usually too, but the team has done a great job in welcoming it with open arms, and we're moving it along. So I'm very proud of them for that. This budget contains almost $62.9 million in capital projects for the biennial period, and of those projects, almost half of them, $26.3 million, is budgeted to come from secured or unsecured grants. So that's not our local money or tax money, it's coming from grant money. I know it's still tax money, but we're not having to pull that out of our funds. So I think that's incredible. All right, we're going to talk about grants next. The city's grants administrator has been working hard to secure grants. We have applied for over $11 million in grants, and we're proud to announce that we've been awarded over $3 million thus far. Grant dollars have been awarded for a few of the following road projects: the improvement of security for evidence firearms, electric vehicles and charging stations, police wellness, police training facility, and transportation, and more. We are waiting on a few upcoming grants for port infrastructure for the marina, as well as a housing infrastructure project. Between now and the end of the year, we will have applied for an additional $18,600,000 in grants. Our team, here's a fun image of our team. From a staff event that we had this year, we truly do have a great staff. With such a large staff, we understand that balancing work and personal life can make it difficult to maintain a healthy lifestyle. That's why, with the support of the city's wellness committee, we're committed to providing the resources and support needed to help staff prioritize their well-being. The city's wellness committee plans activities and provides information to encourage improved health, engagement, productivity, and morale. A healthy workplace is important, and from the moment I took on the role of mayor, one of my key priorities was to change the culture of our city. My goal is always to create a positive, supportive culture among city employees, and this so that everyone understands that they're seen, they're valued, and they're included no matter what their race, gender, sexual orientation, or anything about them. Everyone has a part in our family at the city. Employee satisfaction remains a top priority for me. This year, the city received a 2025 Well City distinction for our outstanding commitment to our employees' health. We're really proud of this achievement. Now let's look around the city's individual departments and talk about what we're doing and what we've achieved there. Community development. As mentioned earlier, we are looking for a community development director to oversee this busy department. Currently, our city administrator, Sabrina Combs, has been filling in as the interim and has been doing great supporting the team. Development Services is not going away, just changing its name to focus on redevelopment and long-term strategies for the community. It just fits. Most other cities are doing the same thing. Here is some data on residential growth in Oak Harbor from this year. So far, we've issued 36 permits for new homes, everything from single-family houses to multifamily units and even an accessory dwelling unit. And the best part, 40 homes have already been finished and passed inspection, which means more neighbors moving in and more families calling Oak Harbor home. It's exciting to see both single-family and multifamily housing taking shape, giving people more options to live here. The executive administration is more than a handful of staff. It is also our IT, public records management, and communications and advisory boards. These teams work behind the scenes in many important ways. Our IT staff keeps our systems running and secure. They handle everything from software to cybersecurity. We are currently undergoing a software and equipment update for staff, as I'm sure many of you are dealing with it as well, from the migration of Windows 10 to 11. So, public records make sure community members can get the information they need in a timely and transparent way. Communications keeps our residents in the loop by sharing updates online and producing content. It's also special projects and collaborating with all departments on outreach and messaging. This summer that we hired our first communication interns too, and that was a lot of fun. This team also supports our advisory boards, making sure volunteers and community voices stay connected to the city council. And on top of all that, the team also works with HR and our safety committee on things like staff badges and safety protocols so our workplace stays secure. It's a lot of work behind the scenes that keeps our city open, connected, and safe. Our finance department. Thanks to our deputy city administrator, finance director, and his amazing team, the city was able to proactively achieve a number of city council legislative priorities early. Director Goldman, in coordination with Representative Dave Paul's office, drafted and advocated for additional flexibility for local governments to their existing real estate excise taxes funds, which was signed into law by the governor on April 24th of this year. We also secured grant funding to help fund a regional public safety training facility. We worked tirelessly with city council and staff to identify funding sources to fund needed marina dredging and breakwater repairs. With our partners at the National League of Cities, we helped prevent significant cost increases to taxpayers by saving the century-old tax exemption for municipal debt. Our finance team has been hard at work this year, from securing grant funding to protecting taxpayers from added costs and helping us move forward with marina repairs, which would not be possible without the support of City Council, who continue to invest in the future of the marina and our community. Our fire department. Our fire department has made significant strides this year, expanding their mission to provide initial response to all life-threatening medical emergencies. They are accomplishing this by increasing full-time staffing with 2 additional personnel. As new firefighters are hired, Chief Anderson is focused on hiring firefighters with emergency medical technician, also known as EMT training, to increase the level of service that they provide to us as a community. Oak Harbor Fire Department responded to 1,636 calls in 2024, covering over 9.5 square miles. I'm just going to round because they put this all the way out. So, Chief Anderson and his team focus on community-focused mission with a vision to be community role models that are committed to excellence, accountability, innovation, and teamwork. The city also submitted a request to receive additional funds from the federal government to purchase ambulances to increase our response time to medical emergencies in our community. It is challenging to live on an island where ambulance services are limited by the transport times off the island via the bridge and ferry services. This will be a huge added bonus for us as a community. Speaking of grants, the fire department, with the valiant effort of our grant administrator, Wendy Horn, secured over $160,000 to purchase critical equipment, including $23,046 in stabilization tools and rescue airbags for vehicle accidents. If you want to see it in action, come out on an annual National Night Out event in August to watch our firefighters demonstrate it. We also received $120,000 for air compressor and decon washer and extractor. Another grant is the $25,000 in protective equipment and gear dryer. You can see on the back wall the type of equipment that our firefighters must wear when care of them and the gear they use to assist us. I am very excited to see the progress for Station 82. Sometimes I drove home via Swantown to check on the progress. The new fire station will benefit the entire community by providing increased response times. It's important to remember that response times are critical because a fire doubles in the size every minute, and brain death for victims of fires occurs at the 4 to 6 minute mark without intervention. Time is important, and this new station supports the goals of responding quicker. Staff let me know that the station is on schedule and within budget. We're actually under budget, but we're going to just say on budget. So the station is one benefit our fire levy, and we all will benefit from new vehicles too. The city is anticipating receiving a new ladder truck and fire engine by the end of 2025. We appreciate your support of the fire levy to improve our services. Chief Anderson is also on a mission to keep our city safe and elected leaders prepared for emergencies by rolling out an extensive training program around emergency management. As a certified instructor, he brought the city more opportunities for learning how to prepare and practice emergency response. We are looking forward to working with Island County Emergency Management and preparing the city for the next major event. I will tell you that I recently participated in a class with Chief Anderson, as well as all of our county commissioners, and we are very fortunate to have him amongst our leadership team here at the city. After the recent tsunami event, I want to remind everyone to participate in the Great Shakeout coming October 16, 2025. This is a wonderful way to drop, cover, and hold on to your emergency management knowledge. Human resources. Currently, we have active employees, 178. We had 42 new hires, 577 applicants, and 28 separations. And I'm going to give you detail behind those numbers in just a second. As of August 31st, we have 178 active employees, including several seasonal staff members still in the onboarding process. The department has successfully hired 42 new employees and received 577 applications for open positions. 28 separations occurred, including 3 retirements, 1 after 32 and a half years of service to our city. The remaining separations came from seasonal employees that transitioned from the paid on-call program to the full-time firefighter and EMT recruitment within our firehouse was another reason for that larger number in separations. So we no longer have paid on-call firefighters, we have full-time career firefighters. Emma House, our HR director, has been recognized nationally and will serve as the president-elect for the Washington State chapter of the Public Sector Human Resources Association. In terms of workers' compensation, we've kept our experience rating well under 1.0, helping to keep our insurance rates stable. I mentioned the wellness program earlier, and it continues to be a success. Thanks to our City certification, the city is eligible for health insurance premium discounts of $30,000 to $40,000 annually. So that's another tax savings to us all. The marina has been a very hot topic late. What even says that here? These last few months, here are some other updates. We promoted the assistant harbor master, Elise Henry, and recently hired an assistant harbor master from Alaska. His name is Charlie Currit. He's a great guy. I hope you all get out there and meet him. Last weekend, the marina hosted the new event, Harvest at the Harbor event. We look forward to hosting this and other events at the marina every year. It was a lot of fun, and it's a lot of work for the Parks Department, who does this, on weekend time. So again, it's just a way for us to come together as a community, and I would encourage us all to show up. And even if you just show up and shake people's hands that work at the city and say thank you for doing this and being here, it means a lot to them. But it's also a lot of fun for the adults and kids. There were a lot of adult activities and kid activities there. So this year, the marina partnered with Island Transit in their on-demand service, aiding marina users, guests, and tenants to access the community easier. We appreciate the partnership with Island Transit in adding on-demand service at the marina. This service allows visitors and tenants to attend city events or go shopping. Dredge permits have been submitted and work should begin during the 2026-2027 fish window, August 15th through February 15th. Salmon rearing will be kicking off its 5th year of reboot in 2026. The marina is starting to see coho salmon return to the Marina Bay annually. The marina hosted many field trips and community members who wanted to come out and participate in the feeding, delivery, and release. The number of people going to the marina during the coho salmon season is increasing annually. The administration is continuing to explore options to make it a port district and bring that to the community for a vote in the future. Parks and recreation. This year has been full of exciting progress and community engagement. A consultant has been selected for the upcoming recreation feasibility study, setting the stage for future growth of our community. The city art plan and urban forestry plan are complete with $1.6 million invested in beautification projects to our city. Freedom Park, named by Oak Harbor Elementary students on Arbor Day, is under development with trails and a grand opening plan for early 2026. Pickleball facility designs are nearly finished and moving into development planning stages. Facility rental revenue has doubled, reflecting increased community use. A new community garden opened at Neal Park in partnership with the Garden Club. A successful 10-week summer camp was hosted at Windjammer Camp by our Parks and Recreation Department. Our recreation programs continue to grow, offering everything from art and dance classes to street hockey and youth sports. The one thing that I heard over and over again when I was running for this position was that there's not enough in this town for our youth to do. We are trying to fix that every single day. We hosted beloved community events like Pirates and Mermaids, the Wearable Art Show, Harvest at the Harbor, and more, including support for military and senior events. Looking ahead, don't miss the resource fair on September 24th. Our police department. Our community-focused police department continues to enhance its programs to protect and serve our community. This year, the police department developed their 5-year strategic plan, which gave the department an opportunity to revise their mission, vision, and value statements. Some of their key projects are the Citizen Academy. The city administrator, Sabrina, and I took part in this last year and loved the opportunity to learn from our talented police staff regarding police policies and procedures. I encourage all of you to sign up for the Police Academy as well. Or the Citizen Academy. Sorry, you're not actually going to the Police Academy. That might be a little. It was awesome to test our knowledge with police personnel at the end of the course and see if we passed the test to follow their policies and the police scenarios they provided. If you are interested, check out the city website and or chat with the police chief today to learn more. He's here. The Co-Responder Program is a partnership program with the Island County mental health professionals that allows the two agencies to work together to provide field-based interventions and referral services for individuals facing mental health needs in our community. The county also offers an opioid outreach program that works with our police department to provide short-term support for people with opioid additional intake with local treatment that provides all that is available. Their wording here is really, sorry, I'm trying to make sense of it. A big issue for our community is homelessness, and our police personnel work closely with agencies like Spin Cafe to address mental health, drug abuse, and other needs. Police Chief Slowick and Deputy Chief Barton partner by attending Spin Cafe meetings and identifying solutions to increase security for Spin Cafe customers and the general public and businesses in the area. The police chief and deputy chief also participate on the mayor's Pathways to Stability task force. I have my staff working on potential code changes that will allow the police department to have more effective tools in addressing concerns around these issues. Thank you to those community members who have taken the time to come to community forums to share your stories and experiences with myself and council. We are working on thoughtful measures to address concerns shared. Our next Pathways to Stability Task Force meeting is scheduled for December 3rd at 3 p.m. I just want to take a pause here and just say, I understand that there's frustration with some of the behavior and things that are going on in that area of town. but we are working on things as diligently and as quickly as we possibly can. We're so used to seeing things on a sitcom in 30 minutes or an hour, and something transforms to nothing to being completed. It isn't that way in real life, and government certainly doesn't work that fast. So, but we are working on code changes. We are working on partnering and being better partners with them and making a difference in this area. We understand that there's a need, but there's also a need there. There's a huge need there that we need to be cognizant of as citizens, and we need to show a little more compassion to people who are going through whatever they're going through in life. And I understand it's frustrating, we may not like it, but we don't all come from the same set of circumstances or advantages or whatever, and we don't always all have the same abilities as somebody else. We have to be aware of that, and we have to show compassion to one another. That's what makes us a community too. One of my most encouraging conversations I had recently was with police union reps who shared with me how the recent purchase of additional vehicles improved morale. My administration and council supporting the police department moving from shared to assigned patrol vehicles meant a lot to our police officers. They spend a lot of time in vehicles serving our city. I also appreciate the community-focused approach they have with electric bikes that provide a more interactive focus to community policing. It's so fun to see them rolling around town on a summer day, or during a parade, or during our festivals that are going on. I am focused on helping our police department serve the community. This is why we recently upgraded computers to meet the new criminal justice and technology requirements, which creates efficiencies for officers, prosecutors, and records staff. At the City of Oak Harbor, we encourage you to engage with our police personnel. Join us at an event like Coffee with a Cop or National Night Out to chat with police personnel, because we are fortunate to have a police force that cares about this community. And don't forget, you can reach them when you are in need by dialing or texting 911. I would also encourage you to attend the Right Group, is that what it is? The Right Blend. It's been a long week, y'all. The Right Blend. So we always have a police officer there as well, and they field questions with me on homelessness issues if those questions come up or different things. So. Next, our fabulous Public Works Department. Am I running over?
Oh yeah, you're good.
Okay, we're I told you there was a lot. I'm sorry. We're going. Okay. Public Works, an essential full-service department. Our Public Works team plays a vital role in keeping our city running smoothly, providing efficient and effective services like drinking water, wastewater treatment, and stormwater management. They also handle solid waste disposal, keep our roads safe through transportation preservation, and ensure we're in the line with federal and state regulations. Beyond that, they're investing in city facilities and vehicles, supporting private development, and driving forward capital projects to improve our community. Now let's talk about the financial health of city projects and how we're investing in our community's future. Thanks to increased funding from both federal and state grants, Public Works has been able to tackle some major projects that will make a real difference. These include the Northeast 7th Avenue reconstruction, improvements to Swantown Avenue with pavement preservation, and upgrades along Midway Boulevard. These projects not only improve our infrastructure, but also support the long-term vitality of our city. Building trust and staying transparent with our community is key to everything we do. One of the ways we're fulfilling our long-term commitment to revitalizing downtown is through the Oak Harbor Waterfront Vision to Action Plan. This initiative brings together decades of past visions with clear, actionable strategies that are grounded in both technical analysis and community input. It's a plan that truly reflects what the community wants and needs. We appreciate the community's input toward this vision from the open houses we held in various locations. On the side is a picture for elected officials, city staff, and creative land recycling representatives at a public workshop this past April. There are also a few pictures from May's community catch-up event where families got up close to learn about Public Works and their trucks. One more note about Public Works, way to go team. Before we move on, I would like to acknowledge our wastewater team. The city's wastewater treatment plant has been named an outstanding treatment plant for 2024 by the Washington State Department of Ecology and recognized with an outstanding performance award. This award is given for excellent compliance with quality monitoring and reporting requirements and in meeting water quality permit levels. It recognizes the hard day-to-day work that our wastewater operators perform. This is the second time our plant has won this award since its inception in 2018. The first award was in 2020. congratulations to them for their hard work. Engagement. Just look around. So far I've talked about City Hall and our departments, but our commitment doesn't stop there. You don't have to look far to see our teams in action, so just look around. Whether it's in community events, school visits, ribbon cuttings, neighborhood meetings, or just everyday interactions. You'll find our city and elected officials out and about, staying connected with people we serve. Remember, we don't just work here, we live here. We all care deeply, and we're proud to show up for our community. These photos are just a small glimpse into the many ways we're engaging with residents, listening, supporting, and being present. Strong relationships with the community aren't built by sitting behind a desk. They are built by showing up. Thank you for having us at your events. We will always try to be present for all of you. As business leaders, you know how critical it is to have clear, open communication, both for decision making and for building trust. I believe in open, honest government. That's why over the past year, we've worked hard to ensure that our city remains open and accessible to our community. I believe in the power of community input, which is why we've had a series of marina open houses and held a special forum to discuss Spin Cafe with our police chief and Commissioner Jill Johnson. These events allow residents and businesses to share their thoughts, concerns, and ideas directly with city leadership. Let me say that again. These events allow residents and businesses to share their thoughts, concerns, and ideas directly with city leadership. Together, these are not just about making government more transparent, but they're about building stronger partnerships with you, our business community. Your insights and feedback are always valuable. Some improvements to create engagement include online access, recognizing the need for easily accessible information. We've launched new user-friendly web pages that make it simple for residents and businesses to find the data they need, from permits, policy updates, construction projects, and events. Real-time social media updates. I hate social media. To keep you informed, we're providing real-time updates through our social media channels, whether it's breaking news, project updates, public safety, alerts, events, and city appearances. We want you to have the information you need, and we understand that that is a vehicle for a lot of folks. We will continue hosting more opportunities to reach out to us directly through events like The Right Blend, Community Catch-Up, or through community information initiatives, such as handing out the official treat bag during city parades. We are trying to reach our residents through strategic communication in as many ways as possible. All right, we're almost done, guys. And speaking of reaching, strategically communicating, you can find all of the recent updates on what's coming up ahead in 2026 in the city website. Follow the updates of Station 82, Oak Harbor's second fire station being constructed in the southwest area of the city and continues to be on time and on budget. Completion anticipated in the spring of 2026. This project is entirely funded by a general obligation bond of 23 cents per 1,000 assessed property value. The bond will expire after 20 years. Operating expenses for the station, including staffing, are funded by a levy lid lift of 67 cents per 1,000 of assessed property value. We've also been getting a lot of questions regarding funding for the marinas, so we created a webpage with all you need to know FAQs. The City Council adopted a business and occupation tax, which becomes effective this October 1. The tax will fund the sorely needed marina dredging and breakwater repair. This decision was taken after thoughtful analysis by city staff and council over more than a year, and 14 meetings, 2 open houses, and multiple public comments. I just also want to make a point here that we're in this situation that we're in with the marina because we didn't do anything for 20 plus years. One of the things that our administration, this administration, is doing is we're setting aside reserves so that we're not leaving this to future administrations that come in behind us. We're putting banks of money and setting them there so that we have things, and we're building in replacement costs for our buildings, for our equipment, for our vehicles, for maintaining facilities. So I can't tell you how crucial that is, and I hope that that continues on even after I'm no longer. The council ultimately felt this was an appropriate measure to assure the future of the marina and the Oak Harbor Bay for recreation, wildlife, and tourism. The new local B&O tax will apply to the amount of gross receipts over $4 million in a year and $1 million per quarter with preliminary revenues estimated revenue estimates of up to $800,000. I look forward to these projects in 2026. Our Midway Boulevard improvement, another project to look forward to, is the Midway Boulevard Improvement Project in 2026. This past June, the Island Regional Transportation Planning Organization, IRTPO, Executive Board voted to allocate $950,000 in federal funding to the City of Oak Harbor for the design and permitting of improvements to Midway Boulevard. This was huge for us, you guys. The city's past track record of successful project completion at both the federal and state level contributed to the IRTPO's retention of approximately $1.1 million in federal funding to be allocated to this project. The timing aligns perfectly with the city's vision to action planning for the waterfront district and the state's project to improve State Route 20, which is scheduled to begin design in 2027 with $30 million in project funding. On the screen is a rendering of what we can look forward to. While construction shapes our streets today, I would like to end with a comprehensive plan that will shape the Oak Harbor of tomorrow. Here is the Oak Harbor Comprehensive Plan. The Washington State Growth Management Act requires cities and counties to update their plans and implement development regulations every 10 years. The city is working on a major amendment to its comprehensive plan to meet the applicable state regulations for housing, infrastructure, and other requirements. Oak Harbor and its urban growth area have been allocated 60+% of Island County's growth over the next 20 years. While there are many pieces to that updating process, this amendment will include the development of a climate element with resiliency sub-element and will be completed in June of 2026. As we look to the future of Oak Harbor, I again invite you all to just look around at the progress we've made, the partnerships we built, and the plans we are putting into action. There is momentum everywhere you turn, and my goal is to continue growing into a stronger and more connected community. What we've accomplished so far didn't happen by chance. It happened because of dedicated city staff, engaged residents, supportive partners, all of you business owners, and especially all of you. Thank you to you all, our business leaders and entrepreneurs who keep our economy moving. I thank you all for having me here today. It's a true pleasure being your mayor. Before I go, join me in a round of applause in thanking the Oak Harbor Chamber of Commerce for the hard work they are doing for our business community.